Chief Justice Zondo was the keynote speaker and was called upon to speak on the state capture findings and recommendations. He reiterated that during the years of state capture, Parliament had failed to hold the executive accountable. And as such, even now, his recommendations are taking time to be implemented.
I think my recollection is that a lot of them, they said there was no need for that because there's legislation or they were already doing something. I think that was basically their response. I do have some reservations, but that's the response they gave.
He reminded lawmakers about his recommendation on the establishment of the Portfolio Committee playing oversight over the presidency, the employment of more researchers, and the establishment of a permanent anti-state capture and corruption commission.
What must be made clear is that as a people, we all want to do what we can to make this country a better country. We don't want, again, the people of South Africa to lose another 58 billion rand. We want to learn from the mistakes that we may have made or mistakes that some of us may have made in the past and want to say, how do we prevent a repetition of this?
Zondo has also been criticized in some quarters for taking media interviews. And this week, he was criticized by the Council for the Advancement of the South African Constitution, CASAC, over his comments that former President Jacob Zuma should be prosecuted if there is evidence.
I don't want to deal with the statement by CASAC because I haven't had access to the full statement. And I think that anybody who wants to ask me about such things can do so at another time.
The Chief Justice says he will not preside in any constitutional court matter related to implicated people in the Zondo Commission. He also touched on what could have gone wrong in the past.
But it seems to me that the biggest problem may have been this, that if I was a member of the majority party, I thought that holding the executive to account would make my colleagues see me as behaving like the opposition. So therefore, I would not want to be seen to be behaving like the opposition. Therefore, I won't carry out my constitutional obligation.
There was also calls for electoral reforms so that lawmakers hold allegiance to their oath rather than the party line in order to fulfill their constitutional obligations.
It is my considered view that this lacuna gives rise to the ineffectiveness of Parliament. The omission or silence on the part of party constitutions to express their relationship to the Constitution of the Republic.
Civil society also says it is wrong for party bosses to give instructions to MPs and that there must be a constituency-based electoral system that can allow members of the public to recall their public representatives. Ulelani Philip, SABC News, Cape Town.